Super gag today. It is the 15th of October, and this morning when I checked the weather, there was a freeze warning for tonight. So today we will be harvesting all the fruit that is left over in the garden. It's been a minute since we've been out here, so welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, and welcome if you've never been here before. My name is Ashley. This was my main priority. I know it is good and ready because my fingernail cannot pierce the skin of this tromboncino squash. So happy to finally harvest this guy. Next priority are all of the peppers. My gosh, can we talk about just how bad I suck at filming anymore? I've been like kind of out of practice of filming videos. We can talk about it, or we can talk about it. Do we want to ignore the obvious about how I've been kind of MIA? Let's just ignore it. If you guys want to know, we can chat about it, but just let me know down in the comment section. But for now, I'll give you guys a little tour after this frost that we just had last night. Yesterday, I did harvest all the things that I absolutely wanted to grab from the garden, like all of my peppers and definitely that tromboncino squash, which I did film. And from there, I didn't film anything else. So I'll spin you guys around and we will take a look around. So all in all, it actually does not look too bad. Everything still looks very lush. I mean, of course, there's some things that are quite crispy. Some things that have wilted up a little bit. But then we have a lot that is completely unscathed. These basils up here right in the front of the garden still are growing quite wild. It looks to be a little affected, but not super affected by the frost. It got down as low as 34 last night, so not a super hard frost, but a mild frost. This hibiscus zinger here, which is leaning pretty hardcore, very tall, growing some nice little buds on this guy. I'm gonna let this go as long as it wants to until we have like a pretty hard frost, which we have not gotten to that point yet, obviously. I'm gonna let those go as long as possible to see if I can get a decent little harvest off of them. But that's what we're working with there. All of my greens, I have not done much to protect them from worms, so this is just negligence on my part. To be honest, I have not been out here just a ton. However, these greens over here, which are the turnip greens, have been absolutely fabulous, which you can see. And then these guys, you can see they're a little holy, which is the kale over here. A little affected, not too bad, but these guys over here look good. But my dino kale, and then my collards and my Swiss chard just looks all very pathetic. This one has a little bit of a leaf on it. Who are you? Who are you? This one's not as bad. I left these eggplants in here hoping that maybe I would get a late harvest on them. Unfortunately, all of the flowers that came didn't produce too much. I mean, there's this guy, which I totally missed yesterday when I was looking to harvest some things, but even this guy just didn't really do much. Looked like it started, but again, didn't really do much. So that's these two beds. I will be going in and putting some worm meal to feed my worm composters. I will do an additional video to show you guys that. So if you guys want to see that, definitely stay tuned. The tomatoes. You guys did not see me harvest any tomatoes yesterday because I have been burnt out on harvesting tomatoes, but they fared pretty well last night, so I will still be able to come out here and harvest cherry tomatoes as needed, which will probably make my daughter pretty happy because she still likes to come out here and harvest cherry tomatoes. Even the thought of harvesting cherry tomatoes in Ohio in October, mid-October, is absolutely crazy. So I would say this is a win. I mean, very, very bizarre, but I took a chance by just keeping them in. I typically would have ripped them out at this point, but I was being a little lazy, a little hands off with my gardening this season, and it turned out to be a positive because I'm still getting to enjoy garden fresh vegetables that I would typically not be enjoying at this point in the game. So it has its perks being a lazy gardener. So yeah, we will enjoy this. So yeah, back to this. So I will go on ahead and nip the two things, the tromboncino squash and the one pumpkin that I thought I was going to get a harvest from, but you see somebody has been enjoying it, which I'm glad that I can give back to nature. So I have been allowing them to do their thing. And then the same goes here. I know the finches love echinacea, so I left all of the bloom heads on the echinacea in this corner here for them to enjoy. I have not updated you guys on the herb bed over here in a while. This bed has been very, very successful. However, I feel like with this trellis being here, I'm going to have to figure out something else to do. And I already knew that going into this season, but this year really verified that that will be the screaming truth for following seasons, because nothing on this trellis really was successful. The tomato was very sparse. The cucamelon, it did give me some, but which as I actually pick a couple of fruits here, which I have still been picking here and there, but because this bed, which is why I put all of the herbs back here, this bed is in this back corner here where I have all of this ivy and these trees. There are some invasive roots in here, which is why I chose to put herbs which can combat all of that. All of these herbs are holding up lovely and they'll continue to do just fine. However, anything that is annual will not do so great. So my beans, my tomatoes, etc. will have to go somewhere else. So I'm really hoping to expand the garden that way eventually. We'll see what happens one of these years. But for now, all of these guys have been absolutely fantastic. Last area to consider, Soul's Garden. These areas I'm really going to be considering putting in some permanent things. The blueberry bushes, I feel like they really need an area to get more sun, so these guys will be coming out. The strawberries, I believe I will be transplanting those into some green stalks, and I'm thinking about where else I can put these to really shine. I thought about maybe removing them from here and putting them up to my fence line and maybe creating a line of like berry bushes. Not 100% sure yet, but that's my thought on that right now, but that could change. I just know right here where they are right now, they're not getting enough sun and therefore they're not producing much. So I'm going to have to think up something. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them down in the comment section below. But there's no real updates to give you guys. The strawberries in here have been multiplying like crazy, so I will have tons and tons of transplants for me to move into green stalks later on, or maybe even create a full bed of strawberries later on. I don't know. We'll see what's to come there. But yeah, over here we just have those basil bushes, and then I'm allowing this one singular okra plant go to seed. That way I can save seed from this silver queen okra, because I don't have much seed of that, so I'm allowing that to go to seed. And I'm allowing this to go to seed as well, which is the Mamalo basil. All right, I'm inside. Let me empty my packets out here and I'll show you guys my full haul from yesterday and today. I got a lot more tomatoes than I thought I did. These pockets are deep. All right, so here is my pepper and tomato haul here, and of course we have our lovely Tromboncino squash, which is absolutely insane. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? We grew this, and this is the only squash that I got all year, y'all. Is that nuts or what? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Kind of saddens me, but one is better than none. I'm sorry, you guys, for the inconsistencies. Life has been a little chaotic lately. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed look around the end of the year of what the garden is looking like, or at least the end of this season. Like I said, at this point, it's very hands off. I have been a very lazy gardener. At this point, I don't know that I'm going to be doing any cleanup. I honestly don't have any plans to do much cleanup. I really want to see what the garden will look like if I just allow things to rot where it is and to allow nature to do its own thing, especially because my soil. So enough of my rambling. My camera is full. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. I wish you all health, wealth, and prosperity. And until the next time, peace out.